What if I told you, the greatest threat to your health, your energy, and even your safety after age 60 isn't what's on your plate, or how many steps you take in a day? What if I told you the real danger slips quietly into your life every single night, around 2 or 3 in the morning, right inside your own bedroom? I'm talking about that familiar midnight journey to the bathroom. The moment when the urge to urinate rips you away from the comfort of deep, restorative sleep. For some, it happens once a night. For others, twice, 3 times, even more. Doctors have a name for it, Nocturia. But we know it by its true nature, a silent thief of sleep, something many have been told to simply accept. Tonight, I'm here to tell you, that's not true. You do not have to surrender. Because this isn't just a small nuisance. It's a serious issue with life-changing consequences, consequences most people never stop to consider. First, let's talk about sleep itself. Sleep is not like flipping off a light switch. Your brain and body move through carefully designed cycles, what scientists call sleep architecture. There's deep sleep, the repair shop of the body. This is when your muscles rebuild, your immune system strengthens, and your cells heal. Then there's REM sleep, the repair shop of the mind, where memories take shape and the brain processes the day. Each time you wake to use the bathroom, you shatter that architecture. The cycle breaks. You may only be awake for minutes, but your body must start all over again. And in that restart, you lose precious hours of deep, restorative rest. Second, the risk of falling. Picture this, it's 2 a.m. The room is dark. Your head is foggy. You're unsteady on your feet. One wrong step on a rug or a table corner, and that quick trip can turn into a life-altering accident. A fractured hip. Weeks in a hospital bed. A loss of independence you may never regain. This is not a small risk. It's a real danger. And third, the price you pay the next day. You wake up already drained. Before you've even swung your legs out of bed, your energy feels spent. The golf game you were excited for feels heavy. Playing with your grandkids leaves you winded. Your mind feels cloudy, your focus gone. This is not just aging. It's the direct result of losing uninterrupted, high-quality sleep. And don't forget your partner. Every time you rise, the mattress shifts, the floor creaks. Their sleep suffers too, night after night. So what's the answer? Many think, simple, just drink less water. But that's a dangerous trap. As we age, hydration becomes even more critical. Dehydration can lead to confusion, dizziness, even kidney issues. Cutting fluids is not the solution. Others shrug and repeat what doctors have told them, that's just what happens when you get older. But that isn't a solution, it's an excuse. Saying, it's just age, is like saying a squeaky door is normal just because the house is old. No. The truth is, you just haven't found the right tool to fix it. And today, I'm going to hand you that tool. It's not a pill. It's not an expensive device. It's a system, a simple 3-step checklist I call the nighttime shutdown protocol. A clear, practical routine designed to prepare your body for an unbroken night of deep, restorative sleep. Because restful nights aren't gone forever. They can return, if you know how to invite them back. Step 1, the gravity flush. The first step, and by far the most powerful, is surprisingly simple. In fact, you can do it while sitting on your sofa, watching television, about an hour before bedtime. It doesn't cost a penny, requires no gadgets, and feels almost like doing nothing at all. Yet this one shift uses the force of gravity itself to do the heavy lifting for you. But here's the key, you cannot stop at this step alone. It works best when combined with the other 2 parts of the protocol. Think of it like a pilot's checklist before a long-haul flight. Every switch must be flipped in the right order, every step followed, or the system won't run smoothly. And step 1 on that list is what I call the gravity flush. Before I explain the science, let me share the story of Robert from Pennsylvania. Robert was in his early 70s and nearly at his breaking point. He woke up 3, sometimes 4 times every night. He had tried it all, cutting off water after dinner, experimenting with herbal teas, even prescription medications, only to be left exhausted and foggy the next day. When he sat in my office, he leaned forward and said, "Doctor, I feel like my body betrays me every single night." My first suggestion to him wasn't a pill or a special diet, but this very technique. At first, he scoffed. It seemed too simple to matter, especially after everything else had failed. Still, he agreed to try. A week later, Robert called me, his voice lighter than I had ever heard it. For the first time in years, he only woke up once. By the second week, he slept straight through the night. That tiny adjustment was the missing piece for him, and it could be for you too. So what exactly do you do? Roughly 90 minutes before bedtime, lie down, either on your couch or your bed. Place 2 or 3 firm pillows beneath your calves and ankles. The goal is to raise your feet well above the level of your heart. You'll know you've got the right height when you feel a gentle, comfortable pull in your legs. And then, do nothing. Read a book, chat with your spouse, listen to the news, whatever relaxes you. Just stay in that position for 20 to 30 minutes. There are a few safety notes. For most people, this is perfectly safe. But if you've ever experienced one-sided calf pain or swelling, a potential sign of blood clot, severe heart failure, shortness of breath when lying down, frequent dizziness, very low blood pressure, advanced neuropathy in the feet, or open wounds around the heels or ankles, you should check with your doctor before trying. So why does this work? The answer is simple science, not magic. During the day, gravity pulls fluids down into your lower legs. Your calves and ankles slowly act like sponges, absorbing extra fluid. Doctors call this peripheral edema. When you finally lie down to sleep, all that fluid begins flowing back into your bloodstream. Your kidneys, now suddenly flooded, work overtime to filter it out. And where does it go? Straight to your bladder. Which means at 2 a.m. and again at 4 a.m., your bladder is full, and you're wide awake on the way to the bathroom. The gravity flush reverses this chain reaction. By elevating your legs an hour and a half before bed, you give your body time to drain that fluid while you're still awake. You're essentially telling your system, handle this now, so we can rest later. After 20 to 30 minutes, when you stand back up, you'll almost certainly head straight to the bathroom, and that's exactly the point. You've emptied the tank on your terms, before bedtime, rather than at midnight. And that simple shift sets the stage for what your body has been craving all along, an unbroken night of deep, healing sleep. Step 2, the final system purge. Now that you've drained the excess fluid from your legs with the gravity flush, it's time to make sure your main reservoir, your bladder, is completely empty before bed. This step is critical, because as we age, another factor comes into play, the prostate. In most men, the prostate slowly enlarges over time. Think of your urethra, the tube that carries urine out of the body, as a garden hose. An enlarged prostate presses gently against it, like someone stepping on that hose. The result? You finish urinating, but not completely. A small amount of urine, sometimes only an ounce, remains trapped. Yet even that little leftover is enough to trigger an urgent wake-up call hours later. That's why step 2 is all about clearing out the bladder fully. It's called double voiding, or what I like to call the final system purge. Here's how you do it. Sit, don't stand. Go into the bathroom and sit on the toilet. Sitting helps your pelvic floor muscles relax. Take your time. Urinate as you normally would, no rushing. Pause. When you think you're done, don't get up yet. Stay seated for 20 to 30 more seconds. Breathe deeply, relax. Change position. Now, stand up briefly, then sit back down again and try once more. You'll be surprised, often another trickle comes out. Why? Because by standing and sitting, you change the angle of your bladder and prostate, as if you've just straightened a kink in that garden hose. A slight forward lean can help too, like tilting a ketchup bottle to get the last drops out. Common mistakes to avoid. Rushing through and skipping the second attempt. Only shifting in the chair without fully standing up. Straining or forcing, which can actually make things worse. Done properly, this step makes sure your bladder is truly empty, so you're not woken up by leftovers that should have been cleared before bed. Step 3, the intake valve shutdown. The final step is about timing your fluids. Think of your body like a factory. You want most of the raw materials, water, tea, juice, even soup, to arrive during the day shift, when every department is wide awake and running. Not dumped into the loading dock at closing time, when the night crew is supposed to be cleaning up. That's why the golden rule is this: aim to drink about 75% of your daily fluids before mid-afternoon. Then, in the evening, it's about discipline with timing. Many experts suggest cutting off fluids 3 to 4 hours before bedtime. But let's be honest, for most of us, that's too strict to stick with. Instead, start with a realistic goal. No large drinks within 2 hours of bedtime. A small sip with medication is fine, but no full glasses. Test it for a week. If you sleep through the night, perfect, 2 hours is your sweet spot. If not, extend it. Try 2.5 hours the next week. If needed, push to 3 hours. The goal isn't perfection, it's finding the shortest, most effective window for your unique body. And here's a reminder, this isn't about depriving your body of fluids. Seniors need hydration more than ever to prevent confusion, dizziness, and kidney issues. This is about shifting the timing so your bladder is calm when you need it most. Put all 3 steps together. The gravity flush to clear the legs. The final system purge to empty the bladder, and the intake valve shutdown to control the evening flow. And you have what I call the nighttime shutdown protocol. It's not a pill. It's not a gadget. It's a system. A checklist, as simple as it is powerful, designed to give you back the one thing age and bad habits have been stealing from you: a full, unbroken night of deep, healing sleep. And of course, what you drink matters just as much as when you drink. In the hours before your fluid cutoff begins, you must avoid what I call the bladder agitators. These are coffee and black tea, alcohol, especially beer, and all sodas or carbonated drinks. Think of caffeine as a foreman yelling at your kidneys to speed up production. Alcohol is a double blow, it makes the kidneys work faster while disabling the natural brakes. And sodas? They're like direct irritants, making the bladder twitchy and restless. That's why steering clear of them in the evening isn't optional, it's non-negotiable. So now, you hold in your hands the complete nighttime shutdown protocol. Gravity flush, elevate your legs for 20 to 30 minutes, about 90 minutes before bed. Final system purge, use the double voiding technique right before climbing into bed. Intake valve shutdown, drink 75% of your fluids earlier in the day, and stick to the 2-hour no-fluid window before sleep, adjusting as needed. I don't want you to feel overwhelmed. That's why here's your first week roadmap. Monday and Tuesday, focus only on step 3, controlling your fluid timing. Wednesday and Thursday, keep step 3, add step 1, the gravity flush. Friday, Saturday and Sunday, put all 3 steps together. This isn't a magic pill. It's a system. And like all systems, it takes consistency. The first night, you may notice a small improvement. The second, perhaps a little more. That's because your body is learning a new rhythm, a healthier one. Give it time. Commit to this for just 1 week. Then come back, and tell me what you discovered. Share your results in the comments, because your story may be the spark that helps another man, someone quietly struggling in silence, finally take back control. Together, we can build a community of men who have decided they deserve more than broken sleep. They deserve mornings filled with energy, days lived to the fullest, and nights of deep, uninterrupted rest. Because this isn't just about avoiding bathroom trips. It's about waking refreshed, living strong, and reclaiming ownership of your body. Now you have the knowledge. You have the plan. The only thing left is action. If this video was helpful, give it a like, share it with a friend, and subscribe for more. Thank you for being here, and here's to a full night's sleep, starting tonight.